Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this live CEO Power Hour. I am so excited that so many of you guys are here on time, like ready and raring to go. And I see that you guys have already been starting to chat it up in the comments, which is awesome. Before we get into our hellos, let me just go ahead and start this video off by saying hello and welcome. My name is Alexis, but I'm also known as Miss Trenchcoat all across the internet. I help ambitious women learn to plan for a balanced life and business, and that is something we are going to be doing today. We are going to be going through a power hour business planning. So I do want to say really quickly I do have, if you guys got my email today, you guys got the worksheet to go through this activity. And if not, you can go ahead and check the description of this video because there is a link to where you can sign up and get the worksheet to follow along. This is just a really helpful pre-planning worksheet that we're going to use today. And essentially, we're not going to be doing like hard planning. What we're doing today is going to be more of like what I consider like my CEO, like business planning, when I'm thinking of like big picture things for the business and like what direction I want to take my business in for the coming month. So that is a little bit about me. Now I want to hear a little bit about you in the comments. So please feel free to leave your name, where you're dialing in from, your business if you feel comfortable talking about that. I'm so excited to meet all of you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing some shout outs. And then what we'll do is, following my normal order of events, we will do our meditation, our guided meditation together, and then we'll get into the topic of today's class and get started with our planning. So how does that sound to you? I hope you guys all have sufficient beverages. We're going to hopefully be here for about an hour. That's like my goal. I know I always set ambitious goals. So I have like 2 drinks here. I have like ice water and I have an energy drink because for some reason this morning I didn't have coffee. So I'm having energy drink. Okay. So let me see. Hopefully, I think I'm probably coming in loud and clear, I'm sure, at this time. But let's see. Hello to Edie. Rose in Arizona, welcome. Cactus Paper Company, also in Arizona, welcome. Teresa in New York City. Sharon is here from Barbados. That's exciting. You've got probably like a nice little tropical vibe going on, hopefully, where you are. I wish I was in Barbados. Lourdes from Texas, welcome. Carla also from Texas, welcome. Maria from Dallas as well. Got a lot of Texans here today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have, I'm going to say, Smastar Media from New York City. Welcome. Speedy from Alberta. We've got Kelly from Missouri. Bree from Alabama. Brandy from Maine. Married Mom and Mogul. Hello, beautiful to you from Ohio. Annette from Florida. We have Suzu from Montreal. Welcome. Dorothy from New York. Kim from San Gabriel. Jen in Alabama. And let's see, everyone's saying hello. Welcome to Sonique from Stamford, Connecticut. And also Kim is saying, hope you're feeling better from the vertigo. If you guys didn't know, I had a terrible bout of vertigo on, was that Thursday? And I don't think it wasn't just vertigo. It was just when I woke up in the morning and the room was spinning, that was like the immediate issue. I think what had happened was I had a sinus infection and I was getting the start of, and maybe it wasn't just the start, maybe this is how it was manifesting. I was getting like the start of a optical migraine because I get migraines and optical migraines. Ugh. So I felt like poo on Thursday, but everything went away. Like I woke up on Friday morning and I felt so much better. So thank you so much for the well wishes and to everybody who helped me through that vertigo issue that I had. That was like very uncomfortable and very scary, actually. Probably like one of the more uncomfortable days of my life on Thursday. Okay, so we said we were doing the intros, so we did our welcomes. And by the way, there are 36 of you on live at this moment and only 11 thumbs up. So if you guys would not mind, please going ahead and just clicking that thumbs up button. You know it costs you absolutely $0. And it's a great way to thank me for doing all of these like free classes. I love going free with you guys and giving you guys literally like dedicated time to sit and do your business planning. That's one of the reasons I do what I'm doing with these frequent classes, is that I really want to make sure that through doing these lives, I'm actually giving you an opportunity to carve out time and to set a boundary and say, okay, this is my dedicated time to work on my business. So hopefully we can do these things on a more regular basis. That is my intention. So please, thumbs up. It's not just something that's useless. It really does help my channel to grow and expand and have more people find me. So I really appreciate when you guys support me that way. And of course, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, of course, as well. And you feel free to follow me on Instagram at Miss Trenchcoat for more behind the scenes of my productivity, life, and business. But for now, we're going to do our guided meditation, which I really need right now. I actually got off of a call. I had another call with my mastermind at 11 today, and we jumped right into topics and talking. We didn't even get a chance to do a meditation. So this is my first time to actually meditate today. Let me go ahead and open my meditation thing here. Okay. So if this is your first time, I'm going to guide you through what we're doing. If you guys have been here before, you guys know the drill. We are sitting up straight in our chairs or on our couch, wherever we are in bed. Sit up straight, shoulders down and back, chest puffed a little bit, just a little bit of like a rooster motion. Palms facing upwards, resting in your lap or on your desk if you're sitting at a desk like I am. We're going to do 3 rounds of breathing together, and then I'm going to start with some affirmations that I encourage you to continue doing the breathing and to read the affirmations out loud along with me. I will have them pop up on screen. So we'll go ahead and start with a nice, deep, but sturdy, nice and slow inhale. Hold it at the top for 1, 2, 3, and release with a sigh out of your mouth. Okay, that was number 1. We'll do that 2 more times together, and then I'll start affirmations. In through the nose. Hold. Release. Can you feel that shift? I love that. Oxygen is such a great drug. It like totally chills us out. 1 more time together. In through the nose. Hold. Release. Okay, and now I'm going to start the affirmations. Feel free to continue the deep breathing exercise, okay? I am ready to receive everything this class has to offer me. I am ready to receive all the knowledge Alexis is willing to share with me. I am ready to receive the inspiration, motivation, and guidance to manifest my dreams. I am ready to release all blocks and limiting beliefs holding me back from fulfilling my soul's calling. I feel myself now opening, expanding, and integrating everything I need to know to live my best life. I am guided, I am led, I am supported, I am enough. My work is enough, my intention is enough, my effort is enough. I am enough. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of breathing. Hopefully our heart rates are a little bit lower. We're ready to get focused. We've just set in a beautiful intention for getting our ideas and everything out of our head and onto paper so that we can create the best life and business that we possibly can for ourselves. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go switch my view here. I created you guys are good. I hope you guys love this. I don't know if you noticed, but when I do these lives, I try not to just make them like a normal live feed. I like to create like a vibe. here's our vibe today. Oh, do you like it? I created this like picture and this backdrop, and I'm dual wielding cameras again today. Let me just go ahead and make sure there we go. I'm a little bit better centered in the circle up there, so you'll be able to see me and we'll talk. And I also have in front of me my CEO Power Hour business planning sheet. Like I said, link in the description where you can get that. So let's go ahead and start doing some big picture planning for our business together. This isn't something that's going to take a lot of time, but my hope is we'll get through this and then we'll have time to do some business coaching. So if you guys have any questions about business or planning that I can answer for you, I'd be more than happy to do that while we're live today. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do in this process, okay, is to identify our wins from the previous month. And actually I have questions that are supposed to go on. Yeah, the questions are supposed to go on screen, Lex. Here we go. What were your wins from the previous month? That's the first question here, and I have 5. And I want you to fill up all 5, even if you don't think there's 5. And if you have more than 5, awesome. Let's go ahead and let's write those things down. So I have to actually like stop and think what I did in the last month. Get your planner out if you need to. Review. Review what we've been working on for the last month. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, I know what I've been doing good. My business accelerator. For sure. Oh. And I guess I should say in here too, this shouldn't just be like all business or all personal wins. Try to get a mix in there. But I mean, like cool things you did in your life, cool things you did in your business, things that you're just proud of and happy about. So. Oh goodness, Edie just gave me a super chat. Thank you so much, Edie. That's totally not necessary, but I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're always so generous. Jeez Louise, I did not expect that. But thank you so much. Okay, there's something else. I know there is. And actually, I'm going beyond 6. I'm going to try to push it. Okay. Well, I'm done writing. I'm at 8 things. So pretty happy about that. So hopefully you guys have generated some ideas, some wins for the past month. I want you to go ahead right now in the comments and let me know what some of your wins were. If you guys each want to share like one win and we can do a little bit of celebrating, we can all kind of clap for each other for, all of the wins that we do. Because I think one of the things for me, I will say, that's kind of hard as a like solo business owner is not having coworkers to like celebrate your wins with. Now, of course, I have a great supportive set of friends and family. And so there are people that I can talk to, and I have you guys in my mastermind and different communities to actually share my wins with. But, if you're someone who feels like you're underappreciated at work because you're a business owner by yourself or have a small team, let's go ahead and support each other. We'll give each other each a pat on the back. We'll celebrate some of our wins. and just remember to keep focused, keep moving and pushing through with our plans for our business. And all of that. So we've got here, let's see, it looks like, I think this is a win. Oh, you know what? Let me take the question down. So it's out of the way, or I can move Kelly. Yeah, let's move Kelly real quick. Kelly said she did a Q2 Kanban board. I'm always so curious about those Kanban boards. They're the ones, well, they're not like the SWOT boards, right? Where it's like, no, that SWOT is strengths, weaknesses, things like that. The Kanban board is like a way that you organize projects, right? I believe so. So that's very awesome. Sharon says, ooh, I decluttered my office space and workroom. That's a big one. So that's got to be like, I don't know, that's got to be a really big weight off your shoulders, Sharon. And I don't know if you've ever seen, a few years ago, I did a series on decluttering for manifestation. When you declutter your space, you're allowing more space in your life for other things, good things, abundance to come in. So that's really awesome. I hope you're feeling awesome right now. I know I would definitely be feeling awesome if I decluttered something, but I'm relatively organized, generally speaking. Let's see. College Success Professor said, I published a workbook that I had been working on since last year. That is awesome. Everyone, a round of applause for College Success Professor. That is awesome. I love that feeling of like finally publishing something you've been working on. That's amazing. Mello has a 3.85 GPA in her bachelor program. That's awesome. What are you studying, Mello? That's awesome. Congratulations. Better than me. I think I graduated with like a 3.4. So good job. Excellent. Brandy says that she did a book launch. I'm sorry about the chat here. I'll move it around. A book launch, quad email list, finished editing her next book, walked daily for 2 weeks. Awesome. So you're developing some really good self-care habits. Excellent. That's a lot of good wins. Awesome. Yes, Dorothy repurposed her second bedroom into a full home office. Again, more organizing our space, allowing abundance to come in, especially if you're a business owner. That's like, definitely I'm someone who believes, and there's a lot of research for this, that what you see around you in your day-to-day reflects and like impacts your own mindset. So when you've got like a clear, like dedicated space to work in and it's nice and organized, it's like your productivity goes up. Heather increased enrollment in her preschool program, increasing her monthly income. Excellent. So here we go. Someone here. You know what I used to do not in high school, it was in college, in my sorority. Instead of clapping, because clapping would have been, I don't know if it was like too much effort or annoying, we used to snap. So if you guys want to like let out your inner sorority girl, let's snap for each other. Snaps. Good job, Heather. Excellent. I'm very proud of you. And Kelly's saying that her Kanban is goals in process and done. Awesome. Yeah, I knew what that Kanban was. I just haven't really executed one on my own. Edie got 3 #1 posts on Google search SEO. Alexis led the way. I'm so excited about this one. Edie is one of my empire building students, I believe, right? You're in empire building, right? You were in my mastermind. I think you're in empire building. And she had some amazing success with some of her posts for her content have gotten to #1 in Google search results, which if you know anything about SEO, which is search engine optimization as a business owner, you know the higher up you are in search, the more visibility you have for your ideal customers. So that's really awesome. That's tremendous. And I'm so excited that that my teachings were able to help you get there, Edie. That's awesome. Okay. So, I think, yeah, we got everyone talking in there. Okay, cool. So if I missed you, I just want you to know, everyone, round of applause, round of snaps for everyone who's watching this in the replay, everyone who's here live with us. Whatever your wins were, even if you didn't share, I am so proud of you. Keep going. You're doing amazing, sweetie, as I like to say. Obviously, that's a Kardashian quote, but I have like a video on Instagram that's like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. I love that. So you're doing amazing, sweetie. Congratulations. Great job. Very proud of you. Keep up the good work. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to our second little spot on our Power Hour sheet. If I can find where my things are. I've got so much here. Okay. Second question is, what are your intentions for the coming month? And what I would suggest is I want you to do, and I've gotten this broken out on the sheet, I want you to do 3 intentions for each of these 3 categories. So your self-care, so your personal care for yourself, goals, so your business goals, any personal goals, anything you've got, anything that's goal related that's on your plate right now, I want you to set some intentions, and your lifestyle. So this for me, the way that I tend to organize this is my self-care is for my own personal care. My goals would be like business related, and lifestyle would be how I can be organizing and optimizing like my life and my home so that I am just better balanced and just like a better CEO and leader for my business, right? So that is what we're going to do right now. And I like to say about intentions that um, they are they're not necessarily like a goal, like a big objective that you have that you want to like reach, but they're like a direction that you want to head. Like it's energy that you want to infuse into a situation. It's maybe problems you want to solve, things you want to overcome. Really, just like the way you want to feel, the things that you want to do, the way you want to spend your time. So, let's set 3 intentions for each of these 3 areas of our life. And I consider those to be like the balanced areas for a CEO. So, let's go ahead and fill that out now. I feel like I should have thought about these things ahead of time before I was going live, but it's okay. This is all realistic. Just like you, I'm trying to generate my intentions. Okie dokie. So, I think I've got my intentions. If anyone feels free to share an intention for this month, something that they're trying to accomplish or work towards, feel free to do that. And what I'm going to do is kind of keep the show rolling. And let's go ahead and identify our 3 monthly objectives. So 3 monthly objectives. Okay. So, if any of you were in my Q2 business planning class, the free workshop that I did online, you guys know that I already have like my objectives for every month pretty much like mapped out most months for the rest of the year. So if you have your objectives already chosen, feel free to pull those, or if you need to reevaluate them, absolutely. But I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of a tip about the way that I do my business objectives. So very often, when I choose my three objectives for the month, I choose one objective that is tied to income, right? So, a way that I'm earning money and revenue. One of my objectives is community growth oriented, and one of them it would be a business project. So, actually, let me go ahead and I know what my three are. They're already on my month here. So, I'm going to go ahead. My income related objective for May is going to be the productivity assessment. This is going to be like a free workshop that we're going to be doing here on YouTube. I forget if I have it scheduled or not already on my end, but I haven't shared all the details. But essentially, it is going to be a assessment where you can actually self-report on your productivity in different areas and kind of figure out where you need to work on your productivity in the different key uh, productivity. What do I call them? Um, they weren't categories. I forget what I was calling them. There's 7 different factors for productivity that this assessment like measures, and each of those is something that you could work on and develop, etc. So that is a project that I'm working on. Well, an income related objective for the month, and that's going to lead into a promotion for my mastermind membership. So that is income related because that lead magnet is then going to hopefully generate new customers to join the mastermind, which is going to be awesome. So, second monthly objective that goes to community is my actual mastermind. So, I'm doing the work for my mastermind, but specifically the masterclass. So, for me, that's me obviously taking care of my community and making sure that I'm nurturing it and making sure everything's good with that. And then the project that I'm working on for the month is my business accelerator. So I've been doing my empire building business accelerator since this month. It's a group coaching program and it continues this month. And so it'll wrap up this month. So that's my project that needs to get wrapped up. Okay. And then for each of your objectives, I want you to think about a habit that you could be instilling that'll help you with the execution of that objective. So if there's something that you can do on a daily or regular basis, what could you be doing? And I could definitely say for my mastermind, daily check-ins, which is already something that I do, but some days um, things fall off. So for the income one objective, I'm thinking that the habit that would help me with that is to at least 3 days a week do some sort of marketing call to action to let people know about that assessment. And if I'm most likely I'm going to do some sort of like a waiting list email push for that, so I can link people to that, right? So if I like sharing it on Instagram or my blog or even here on YouTube, just like 3 days a week, and make sure I'm mentioning that this is coming up, and that'll help to drive more people to the actual resource, and then hopefully more people to sign up for the mastermind. And then for my project, I guess also I have daily check-ins there too. since there's a group coaching aspect, checking in daily. For accountability, that'll be my habit for that project. Okay. Oh, I never changed it, the question. So what we just did was we identified our 3 monthly objectives: 1 income, 1 community, 1 project. If that works for you, that's just the structure I like to use. And then a habit for each of them that you can actually execute on to help you to reach your goals with that objective. Next, let's see. I'll say, what questions? This is a really big one, actually. Okay. What questions or obstacles do you need to surrender to God, Spirit, the universe? Okay, you might be like, what are you talking about? So, as a business owner, I'll tell you right now, one of the things that has helped me immensely with like overcoming issues, right? As a solopreneur, is realizing that when I have an issue in my business or something that I cannot solve or a problem that I'm just not capable of handling necessarily. I'm not talking about like someone wants a refund, right? Like that's something I'm capable of doing. But if there's something that I see as an impediment or a problem that I really have no control over, I will hand it over to spirit. Like I will hand it over to God. I will hand it over to the universe. I will surrender it, right? Because what we can often do is kind of get stuck in our heads worrying about an issue. And when we have no control over it, there's nothing for us to think about. Literally, worrying is just us suffering the consequences of something that's going on day after day after day. And that can be a major drain on your mindset and on your energy and on your time, right? Because very often, if we're in like a fear response, if we have like a fear going on because there's some issue that we're not able to handle, what it ends up doing is it stops us from taking action on the things that we do have control over. So in a way, this is like saying a prayer and handing something over that you really have no control over, right? So that is what we're going to do now. And I left like 3 kind of check boxes. You could just have one thing that you're dealing with that you want to hand over. Or you could have many things that are just like problems, questions that you don't have an answer to, that you're looking for answers to. I will list those things out and I will basically kind of in my head, like set an intention, say a little prayer. It's like, okay, God, this is a problem I'm having. I can't address it myself. I need a solution. Present me with the solution or remove the obstacle for me. Okay, thanks, love Alexis. That's something that I'll do. So that's part of like one of my spiritual practices as an entrepreneur. So that is the last part of this business planning. We're just kind of writing off the things that we can't control right now. Okay. So I've got mine written out. I did end up writing 3. And so what I'm going to do with this information now, right, and not now live with you guys, but obviously when it gets to doing my monthly planning for May, I know we're like a week out, but this is the last Saturday in April. I'm going to take this and I'm going to use it as part of my monthly planning and, when I'm creating my content and doing my editorial calendar and managing my time for the next month that's coming up, then I can apply this information and I basically have like the outline for a plan right here. Now, there was something else I wanted to show you guys. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to do it now. Let's see. When do I want to do this? Take a sip of. Oh, you know what I'll do? Okay, let's go ahead and I'll read you guys' comments before we move on to the next thing that I wanted to show you. Oh, okay. Were these may have been your objectives. Brandy would like to pick up her guitar, find an editor for the next book, and plan a summer day trip to Baxter State Park. Awesome. I think those are your objectives, maybe. Or they could be your intentions. Sometimes objectives and intentions sound the same. Let's see. We've got lots of writers in the chat today. Yes. So Brandy said, almost like the serenity prayer, change the things you can and let go of the rest and have the wisdom to know the difference. Exactly. That is exactly totally on point. Because if we don't let go of things, especially as like a business owner, we already have so much on our plates. Like I can't figure everything out. And like, I know my limitations. And sometimes you just have to, like, as they say, let go and let God, right? So that is a part of my process, is really to identify what those obstacles are and just say, look, God, I could use a solution for this, or I'm just going to trust that you're going to figure it out for me and I don't have to worry about it, right? So that is exactly. Kim says, yes, that's a daily prayer, but I love the reminder, the things that worrying will not help. Exactly. I just don't need to spend my mental energy on it. There's something the kids are saying now on the internet. What is it? It's like someone's has space in your head and not paying rent, something like that. I feel like I've heard this on TikTok or on like Instagram or something, but same idea. You just don't want ideas and things that you can't control to like take up your mental energy. They don't get to have room in your head. They don't get to live there for free, rent free. So I want you guys to have mental energy to put on the things that you can take action on in your business and make sure you're working towards your goals. Kim said she finished this book proposal. Finishing a book proposal versus spending time working on it, finding a dog sitter that is not crazy expensive. Awesome. Oh, and Sarah said, I'm surrendering that I am having a hard time dealing with other people's work ethics, their drive to help, their ability to self-start. Yeah, you have no control over how other people act. So that's a really good one, right? To actually address is like, you know what, I have to let go of this because it's none of my business, one. And even though other people might be affecting me, I can't be worried about what other people are doing. So that's a pretty good one, Sarah. And I could say too, for one of mine every month, okay, is that I want God, spirit, the universe to show me what content I need to create, right? So like what content is going to generate leads and sales for my business, right? I'm open to God, like finding inspiration for me and letting me know what it is that I need to create. And you may think that that's like, oh, wow, that's like a strange way to do your content creation. But when I let go and don't worry about what my content is going to be right now, I'm able to like generate way more ideas and just see inspiration in different places in a way that I wouldn't normally. So that's always like an ongoing prayer that I have. It's like, God, please show me what content you would like me to create this month. Okay, so this is what we're going to do next. Well, let me get rid of that. Okay, so before we jump into the questions, and if you guys want to, feel free to go ahead and leave your questions now if you want to do some business coaching. In a second, I'm going to do something real quick. And what I want you to do is if you could put question, the word question before your question, then I know that you're asking me for like a business or planning related question that you want me to answer live and you're not just chatting because there's a lot of chatter and sometimes it's hard for me to filter. So go ahead, think of any questions. And in the meantime, I'm going to actually talk to you guys about something new I've got going on and a little offer that I wanted to make to you. Because essentially, I've just decided to open something for pre-sale, a new bundle that I'm working on of classes. And I thought you guys would be interested in it if you're interested in learning how to plan for a balanced life and business. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start a little presentation on that, if you don't mind. Okay, so let me know if any of this resonates with you, but I want you to stop choosing between business success and a balanced life. How many people feel like that's the choice that they make? Running a business or having a side hustle, wanting to create a successful business for yourself. Do you often feel like you're choosing between either I can have a successful business, I can work hard on that, or I can have a successful home and personal life, right? I'm saying that you don't have to choose between the two. So the CEO Strategy Bundle will teach you how to manage your time, energy, and expectations as a business owner so you can work less and earn more without sacrificing your personal life, family, or sleep. Who has an amen for that one, right? Doesn't that sound tremendous? Do you ever feel overwhelmed by all the tasks that you have to manage for your business and your life at the same time, right? If you're like me, you started your own business in order to live a life with a different sort of a lifestyle than the norm. You wanted the flexibility of time and location freedom, being able to work when you wanted, where you wanted, so you could have the time to prioritize other areas of your life. Breaking free of the 9-to-5 lifestyle was freeing for me until I realized that without a solid time management strategy and strong prioritization skills, I could easily work on my business for like 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. Does simply looking at your to-do list give you anxiety? Like tasks are multiplying faster than you can complete them, and you are continuously sacrificing time with your family, self-care, or sleep in order to simply tread water in your business. With so many tasks to finish, how do you know what you should be working on each day? Has the overwhelm of managing your business caused you to slow or completely stall progress on your business goals? You're afraid to take action on your projects because nothing works out the way you expected it would, and all you see are problems that you don't feel capable to address. Are you constantly stuck on what types of content marketing you should be doing to grow your audience? Your content calendar is usually empty. You wait until the last minute to write your posts, but come up blank, or you completely skip out on content creation altogether because the process is just too time consuming. What if there was an easier way to run your business? Imagine waking up in the morning after a full night's sleep, rested and ready to take on the day. You're excited to start work on your business because you're clear on your priorities and have systems in place that make your work much more manageable, and dare I even say it, even fun and enjoyable. Imagine waking up to a business reality where you feel in control and in charge of your business like the inspired and aligned CEO you always intended to be. Your business is thriving, you have time to take your work slow and get the results that you're looking for. Your home life is well managed and your personal relationships are thriving. At the end of the day, your head hits the pillow, grateful and content, knowing that you created this reality and that you can create whatever else you desire tomorrow. Doesn't that sound much better than what's got going on right now? So if this resonates with you, I want to introduce you to the CEO Strategy Bundle, where you'll learn the time management, mindset, and marketing strategies that will streamline your business so you can finally live a balanced life. So this is a bundle on 3 CEO strategy masterclasses that I'm actually currently in the process of creating. This is why this is a pre-sale, because only one of the 3 masterclasses are actually done right now. And the final masterclass will be done by the 14th of May. So I'm going to be putting one out next week, and then 2 weeks after that one is the following 3rd masterclass in this series. So let me tell you a little bit about the masterclasses. So the first one is called the CEO Strategy Masterclass. This is where you're going to learn how to actually manage your time, energy, and expectations as a business owner so you can lead a balanced life. So if you're someone who feels like you're completely thrown off, that you don't have time for both personal and business, and that you're making sacrifices constantly, this masterclass is going to walk you through how you should be organizing your time as a business owner, the essential activities that you should be working on in your business, depending on the stage of business you're in. So if you have no clue even like what stage of business you're in, what you work on, the types of goals you should be setting, this masterclass is going to help you get really clear on what it means to be the CEO of your business and also have the time to actually work on your life as well. The second masterclass in this series is the CEO Mindset Masterclass. So this is all about becoming the master of your own mindset, helping you overcome and reprogram limiting beliefs holding you back from taking action on your desired life and business. So obviously you guys know, like from watching me right now, I am a big proponent of mindset. Like I think that mindset is one of the most essential aspects of running a successful business or really doing anything successful in life. To me, I really think that there's a reason that so much of the content and the things that are shared publicly about businesses, right? And whenever you're looking for like business advice, right? So much of it actually comes back to like mindset and personal development because that part is so crucial. Like the actual strategies of day to day, how to run your business, like there's millions of different strategies. You can just pick one and work on it and, see where that leads you. But if you don't have the right mindset in place, you're more likely to really fall prey to lots of different obstacles or problems that will just be like littering your business, right? Because let's be honest here, life is filled with problems, whether or not you run a business. You're always going to come up to obstacles. And if you don't have the right mindset to like actually overcome those obstacles, you're always going to be like stuck and you're more likely to burn out as an entrepreneur and just, close up shop with your business. So this masterclass is all about mastering your mindset and the mindset that you need to have in order to be a successful small business owner. And then the final masterclass is the CEO Content Calendar Masterclass. So this one is all about streamlining your content to keep your audience and revenue growing without overwhelming your schedule or spending money on ads. So if you guys are watching me, you guys probably most likely, when you originally found me, was probably from some piece of awesome content that you were searching for and you saw a video or read a blog post or you found me on Instagram and you're like, wow, yes, this woman is speaking to me, right? So I like to consider that I'm like, a little bit of a queen of content, right? So I produce a lot of content for my business. And you would be surprised at how simple and streamlined this process is for me. It doesn't take me very much time to create like several blog posts, the YouTube videos, the Instagram posts. I'm posting to one of my platforms every day. And so that has been a tremendous source of growth for me, right? So I think it's something like over 150,000 subscribers in with all of my different platforms. And I grew all of that without the help of ads, without any sort of PR or additional marketing support. And I did it myself. And I know sometimes it seems very overwhelming, the idea of creating your own content and keeping up that content schedule full, your editorial calendar full, but it really is in this day and age, one of the most important pieces of your business. And I know, right? I can totally understand that there's definitely business owners out there where you are, you're like, why can't I just focus on my business? Why can't I just focus on the product that I'm creating, the service I'm creating? Like, why do I have to do content? Because that's the way that we grow communities and we get in touch with our ideal customer, especially if you don't want to spend tons of time and money trying to figure out ads. So I have like an entire system. I have lots of different strategies to share with you guys on how to actually create and manage a full content calendar, how to create more content in less time, how to batch your content, and just all the different strategies that I use to create a cohesive content calendar that helps me to make sales, right? So at the end of the day, it's great to be posting things on all your platforms regularly, but if those posts are not speaking to the right people, if they're not successfully converting people into customers, all it is just fluff, right? And I want to make sure that you are producing the best content that's going to target customers for you and actually help and grow your revenue. That's how I make all of my money, is through content marketing. No ads, I don't have affiliates right now. I don't have any other PR sources or anything like that. It's all content that I do that supports my six-figure business. So I want to share all of that with you guys because I know content can be a struggle for most people, right? So if that's you, do not feel bad. Most people struggle with their content. And so with this bundle, essentially, like I said, one of the three is done. The strategy masterclass is actually done. And the other two are coming in the next like 3 weeks. And they also are going to include things like downloads and inserts and things like that. And I'm actually, once we get back to face or the overhead view, I'm going to show you the really awesome planning inserts that I've created for the CEO Strategy Masterclass. So right now, I don't know all of the downloads and resources that are coming along with these classes, but there will be plenty. You guys know me. Like, I love making resources. I like creating tools and worksheets and just things like cheat sheets and things like that. So there's definitely going to be downloads and things that are going to go along with these classes. It's just right now, it's not all done yet. So basically this offer is for an in progress, like pre-sale of this bundle. And I'm going to give it to you guys at a really competitive price before everything is done and the entire website's, built out for it, all the web pages. And then I'm going to start selling it for like a full price. So the entire point of this bundle is to help you to embody the confident CEO energy that is inside of you, right? So there's three main parts, I think, to being like a successful small business CEO. Number one, you want to take charge of your time. So as the saying goes, either you run the day or the day runs you. But, and this is very, very important, that doesn't mean that you have to be like hustling and grinding 24/7 to balance your life and business. That is not the strategy or philosophy that I take with time management. In fact, I actually believe that when you do less, when you get more strategic about where you're supposed to be spending your time and energy, you can do less and achieve more at the same time. And that is what I teach. I don't teach hustle, hustle, hustle. I teach get intentional. Let's get focused on what's actually a priority and what actually moves the needle. Choose just a few things and do those really freaking well, and your business is going to do amazing. Second part of embodying the confident CEO energy inside of you is to master your mindset. I kind of already went on a little spiel about this earlier, but your mind creates your reality. So if what you see around you, right, in your day-to-day life isn't pleasing to you, the first place to look is inside of yourself and to your thought patterns and your beliefs, and start intentionally choosing better thoughts that will lead you to better results. So in that CEO Mindset Mastery class, we're going to be doing the work of overcoming our limiting beliefs, identifying them, overcoming them. I'm going to be arming you guys with tons of practical strategies that you can use to keep your mindset growing and moving in the right direction. And finally, in order to be that confident CEO, you have to be expanding your marketing, right? So content creation, it may seem daunting, especially when we have multiple platforms out there and tons of posts that we'd have to create, right, to fill these platforms with content. But as someone who built their business on content marketing, I have the strategies to share with you that will save you time, energy, and ensure that you always have the right content to post to drive your sales. Oops. There we go. Okay, so something I want you guys to really think about and hone in on is the idea that running your business is supposed to be your dream, not your nightmare. And I feel like there's so many business owners out there who really feel like their business is out of control. They feel like they shouldn't have even started. Like, what did they get themselves into? But I want you to reconnect with that thought that you started a business, right, for a reason. It was your dream. It was the expression of your soul's desire. It was what you wanted to create and the message you wanted to share with the world and how you wanted to help and show up and serve. So we want to shift out of this mindset that it's some sort of nightmare, that it's like, work that you have to do, not necessarily work that you want to do, right? Because it is possible for you to run your business, right? Take back control of your life and business with proven strategies that will keep you balanced, focused, and on track. That's the entire purpose of this bundle. Okay, so really quickly, a little blurb about me. I know all of you guys know who I am, but in case anyone's watching who doesn't, if we have not met yet, hi, I'm Alexis, also known as Miss Trench Coat all across the internet. I want you to imagine that smart, funny, and super successful friend who is always sharing the most life-changing business tips and time management hacks. The one everyone goes to for advice because she just makes life look so effortless. Yeah, that's me. And I'm your new on-demand business bestie, ready to help you get your life and business organized. If you're not familiar with my story, I was a once upon a time sales and marketing manager for a Fortune 50 company. And I left my corporate 9 to 5 to start my own business designing productivity and business tools, classes, and courses in 2014. So for nearly 7 years now, I've grown my business into a 6-figure passive income generator using nothing but great content and social media marketing. I have a following of over 150,000 awesome business and productivity buddies via my blog, YouTube, Instagram, and email list. And I'm so glad to be connecting with you for this amazing opportunity to help grow your online business. So that's a little bit about me. I want you to remember that you deserve both a successful life and a successful business. You do not have to choose. So stop choosing between your business and your personal life and start embracing the strategies that can keep you balanced and successful in all areas of your life with the CEO Strategy Bundle, now at pre-sale price, all right? So I've got a link in the description of this video of the live that is going to take you to the CEO Strategy Bundle, like the sales page. So go ahead to the sales page. You're going to see all the information that I just covered with you. And on that page, you can hit any of the Enroll Now buttons to view the listing of the course in my shop. What you'll do is add that to cart. You'll add the course to the cart and you'll secure the discounted pre-sale price on the bundle right now. Like I said, this price is going to go up in May. So I want you to, if you're interested in this content, all you're doing is getting a sale price for waiting a little bit while I create everything. And in the meantime, you do have one of the masterclasses to actually start working on, which to me is one of the more important masterclasses, is really mastering the time, energy, and expectation portion of being an online business owner. So there's definitely a lot of work and a lot of tools you can start on right now while you're waiting for me to finish this bundle out, right? So once you have the bundle in your cart, you can check out on my shop using PayPal or a credit card, and that processes through Stripe. Then after the payment has been processed, you'll be redirected back to the shop, where you should see on the page a link for downloading your welcome letter for the bundle. So if you miss the redirect back to the shop, don't worry. You're also going to get it emailed to you in a receipt for your purchase, and inside the body of that email is a link to download the welcome letter. The welcome letter includes a link to register for the course website where the masterclasses are housed and all the class materials will be found. And if you have any issues or questions, you can email me at alexis@strangecharmed.com, and I'd be more than happy to answer any additional questions or help you with the checkout process or get registered for the site. Whatever you guys have issues with, I am there to support you, okay? So now let's go ahead and let's start doing some business coaching. But I would highly suggest, if you are interested in this class, this bundle, it's 3 classes, that you get in now before the price goes up, because as soon as the classes are done, I'm going to rework the sales page, put it out at a much higher price. What did I have here? Oh, here we go. There we go. There's my little change in my phone. Isn't that so cute? Yeah. So get the CEO Strategy Bundle, Masterclass Bundle. Now the link is in the description. Oh, and I should say too, just in case anyone here is an empire builder like the Business Accelerator, these are the masterclasses the Business Accelerators are doing. So if you're a Business Accelerator, you don't need this. You guys are already getting these classes. Just FYI, because I'm sure someone's going to ask and be like, okay, do I get these? If you're a Business Accelerator, you are already doing the classes with me. So, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go back. And if anyone has questions about this offer, feel free to ask me. And I will also do some business coaching right now. So I want to take this question thing off. There we go. Perfect. Let's see. I'm just going to pull this out because it's just so nice. Diamond says, I just love you, Alexis. Your content is so helpful. Thank you very much. I aim to help. I aim to please. I aim to help you guys learn to plan a better life and business. So I'm very happy to hear that my content is helpful. Nothing makes me happier. This work is like my expression, the expression of my soul's like greatest desire. So thank you guys very much for being here because none of this is possible without you guys. Okay. What is this question from Edie says, can we just buy the planning bundle? The one we just talked about? Or which planning bundle are you interested in? Oh, and in the meantime, I totally forgot, told you guys I was going to show you guys. I have some really cool inserts that go along with the strategy masterclass. Okay, I'm going to show these to you. Hopefully, actually, let me really quickly, the light outside is dwindling. Let me put the overhead on. Is that Better. I'm sorry, it got dark outside a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see this. And if you know what I will go ahead and do, and I'm just going to zoom in on this. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. Okay, so some of the inserts that I gave you guys as part of the CEO Strategy Masterclass, which is the masterclass in the bundle that's already done, are these inserts. So these are like the new planning inserts that I've been using inside of my planner here. So this first page here is a CEO objective overview. So essentially what I've done is replaced my like monthly tracker with this page, which is giving me spaces to outline each of my objectives. So each of those objectives that we planned out for the month, I'm going to list them out, and then I'm going to list out the key tasks that are associated with those objectives. Now, if the objective is like a big objective that has like an entire like project plan, I'll have a project plan as well and just list out maybe some key steps on this page. But a lot of times for me personally, like 6 tasks is a pretty reasonable, amount of tasks for me to be doing for an objective. So that kind of gives me a nice outline to work off of when I'm actually executing on my work. So I've got the area for the 3 objectives. I have an area to actually track out weekly actions. So anything that I do on a weekly basis for my business gets tracked here. And then I've got like check boxes for each of the, possible 5 weeks of a month. And then down at the bottom, I have an area for daily actions. So the daily things that I need to do in my business in order to get my objectives, reach my objectives. And then I have an area to fill in or highlight the days that I was able to do it on, 1 to 31. So something like checking in on the mastermind and checking in on the business accelerator. Those are things that go on my daily action list. And I just, track that I've done the thing, right? So this becomes a nice overview for all of the things I need to do for my business specifically in order to move the needle. And that's how I kind of manage my personal life and my business at once. Also, of course, still here, I'm using my master planner here, which has my monthly master task list. And here, since I'm going to be putting all my objective things over here, I'll just put all my other business and personal tasks on this list. So it's a nice way to see everything broken out. I absolutely love this overview. Then flip the page. This goes into a weekly planner. So this is roughly based off of my week on one page. You guys know that that's like the weekly spread that I use. So we have an area to identify the objectives that we're working on for that week. So any of your objectives, if there's one specifically, or if you're working on all 3 of them, and you could have more things that you're working on, obviously, just write down what you're working on, like what your focus is for that week under objectives. You can make a full task list. And then you have an area here undated for the week where you can actually put out scheduled tasks. I actually will write in like what things have to be done on which days. And then at the bottom, I have an area for habits. Now I use this for my own personal habits. And then this side here, the monthly tracker, will be my daily actions for my business. So I kind of keep them separate. Then here, this is the next part of my business planning that you guys know. Although I normally use like a week on one page, sometimes, like some days, I feel like I need to like map everything out on its own dedicated spread. So that's where I have this CEO strategy daily planning insert. It has a space for me to set an intention for what I'm trying to work towards that day, identify my top 3 tasks. You guys know the top 3 is a very big part of like my planning process, whether or not you're a business owner. Then I have this area here for CEO habits. These are 3 essential habits that I think anyone who is serious about their business really wants to make sure you're working on. Something for your mindset every day, some form of movement every day, and some form of self-care every day. Then I have a section here for admin. So any other additional tasks that you need to get done during the day that are less important than these top 3 can go here in your admin section, just like a running to-do list. Then an area for brain dump. And of course, you have this blank chart here that you can create a schedule with, right? So it's blank. You've kind of got like the alternating lines. So you do them by hour or half hour, whatever it is for you. And how I tend to do this, although I'm not someone who usually has a lot of items scheduled, today was actually a weird day for me. I had 2 things that were actually scheduled at a certain time. And so I am able to actually just kind of script out how I want my day to work, right? So I can say like, I'm going to wake up at a certain time, then I'll do some mindset work, when I'm going to have lunch and maybe what I'll have for lunch, and like blocks of time that I will use for working on different objectives or projects in my business. So that's how I will use this. And then on the back of it is, I have some journaling spread, right? So I have like just a place like lined note paper to go ahead and do some mindset work, to do some journaling, gratitude, affirmations, whatever I want to do for the day. And this is great because what I end up doing is I'm like, oh, at the end of the month, I will throw these out, but I'll save this unless there's something important on this piece of paper. But this is just there to help me break down a day and keep track of things if I'm having a particularly heavy day. So yeah, so what I've been doing here with this planning is I've got my monthly plan, right? I've got my, let's go to the blank. Here's May's month, blank month. And then I have my task list and then my objectives. So I've got like a nice overview of everything that I want to get done in a month. Then I have my week, and then I have my days, right? And this just kind of rolls week after week after week. And right now these are undated inserts, but these are some of the inserts that belong to the CEO Strategy Masterclass, which is the masterclass that is done in the bundle. Okay, so that is what I want to show you. Now let me go ahead. If Edie, if you could clarify your question for me, dear, when you say buy the planning bundle, that is the bundle, right? So if you want to buy the bundle of the 3 masterclasses, is that what you mean? I'm not sure. Just clarify for me and I would be happy to answer. Now, okay, so Sarah says, my industry is emergency based. I can't generate customers via selling like a standard market item. Can you tell me more about your business? So I have context, and I guess I should say, okay, maybe you say more here in this next comment. If you're, make sure you give me enough context to understand what business you're running, what specific issue you're having. Okay. How would you suggest I plan my day to maximize productivity when I'm on call and never know what I'm doing until I'm doing it? This is a really great question. Okay. So if you're someone who has, either you're like on call or you could be working on things at different times of the day, I think it's very important that you know you do 2 things very well. You always know what your most important tasks are, right? So the top 3 list is going to be very important. You know what the 3 things you have to do are each day. And what I would also do is make sure you get into the habit of taking action as soon as you do have the time, right? So like if you only have blocks of time and then you have to do something, you're on call, you want to make sure that you're getting into the habit of taking action quickly, right? And we have that top 3 list. So we know, okay, the next time I have time off, I'm going to work on this task and jump immediately into it. Unfortunately, you don't have the luxury to be like, oh, I can just schedule whatever throughout my day, right? You have an interrupted workflow. So you have to be very clear on the things that you absolutely need to do in that day. And you have to be clear that you need to get right to work on them, right? Don't schedule things for later. If you're on call, there is no later. There's only the present for you. So make sure you're clear on what the things are you need to get done and do them immediately. Don't save them. Take action immediately. And that is going to help you tremendously. Okay. Diamond says, what is the best way to organize all photos on my computer that I need for future posts on social media? Any tips or tricks that you use? Yeah. So on my computer, I have a folder. Well, if you're saying for future social posts, so this is 2 things going on. When one of my strategies that I do is that I take photos in bulk and I do like styled stock photography. So like I take pictures that are generic or like general that I could use for different posts and just like put blog titles in them or ask questions or use them for social media. And I have those in a folder in my computer called like styled stock photography. And then I have them all broken out into the category, right? So like planners, lifestyle, on my desk, office, like, so I have everything broken out by its subcategory so that I always know how to find anything when I need to. When I'm doing my like content calendar, right, and I'm actually outlining what my posts are going to be, I will generally have a sense of what photo I'm going to use. And so what I do when I'm writing my posts is I write my posts in my Apple Notes. So the Apple Notes app, you have it on if you have an Apple computer, you have it on your computer and it transfers to my phone as well. One of the things I'll do if there's a specific photo that I want to use for the title image or photos I want to include is I just drop them inside of that. So I know what I'm putting. So I know what I'm putting places. That goes for my social media posts or my blog posts, usually for anything but like, well, social media, sometimes there'll be graphics like that I have to create like words on top of a photo. And I usually do that like once a week. So I will work on kind of creating the graphics all at once, like batching my work. Does that make sense? So I keep my photos actually organized by context, so I can always go back in and grab something if I need something that, if I need like a picture that says like online business to me, right? I've got a folder for that, like tech. If I need something that has like a screen grab area, like you can see here, the way that this photo is, there's two areas to like be drop zones, so that I've got an area on the phone and I've got an area on the computer that I could use to replace the screens. And that's its own category too in my photo library, like the way I've got my photos organized. So I hope that helps. Okay, so I'd like to create a summer bootcamp challenge based on my workbook and do workshops to promote it. How do I decide which content to offer for free and what to include in the paid bootcamp? So obviously I don't know specifically what topic we're talking about here, but what I would say is I would take the whatever the content is in your workbook, I would take those content categories, right, those topics, and I would share that. But you don't have to share all of the details about it. So for example, if I had a workbook and it was about like goal setting, right? Like maybe the first part would be priorities, then the second part would be like setting goals, and then breaking into objectives and doing daily tasks and daily habits, right? So in my workbook, I might have lots of content that relates to each of those categories. But what I would do for the boot camp is I would take whatever that overall header is, right? And the general point you're trying to make. So for me, for example, when it comes down to me talking about priorities, my like snippet for that, like the point I'm trying to make, the message I'm trying to get across, is that people should only have 5 priorities. Like I don't think you should have any more than 5 at any time. And I have a specific convention for how you choose them. And so I might go in depth on choosing priorities and examples of priorities in a workbook or something like that, or in a course, but I would take the main point that I'm trying to make and I would use that as the content for the bootcamp. Does that make sense? I hope so. Smaster says, where is the link? I'm assuming you mean the link to the bundle that is in the description of this video. And if you don't see it for whatever reason, refresh the video. You should see it in the description box. Kelly, thank you very much coming to my aid here. Okay. So let's see. So Edith's question, you just showed it. Can I buy the monthly task list as part of a bundle? This page here, like these, are the master plan system, Edie. So that's the master planner. I don't have it linked in my description now, but if you go to my shop and look for master planner, like you should see it. And you can choose, like this layout is the month on 2 pages. And what happens is when you get this, you actually get here. Let me see if there's something. No, I took them out for that one. You actually get your monthly, and then you get the master task list, and then this page would be a tracker normally. Here, let me see if I think I have them here. Yeah. So this is normally what comes in a monthly. This spread. So what I've done is I've taken this out because I'm not using my week on 1 page. I'm using this new one that I designed for the CEO strategy. But this is all part of the master plan bundle. I hope that's clear. And if you have any problems with that, shoot me an email or DM me on Instagram and I can send you a direct link. Okay, so Sarah says that she owns a towing company, so emergency-based, people only call when broken down or absolutely got it. So then definitely for your top 3, is that what we're talking about? Or are we talking about how you can't market the same? Because I don't know why you still can't market versus on content, because there's plenty of people who do services like local based services, and they market on like social media as well. Now, is that the most prevalent? Not always, but that's definitely something that you have the ability to do. I would assume probably most of your leads probably come from like the yellow pages, right? That people are looking for a towing company, or maybe referrals, or do you work with local businesses and you say, can you refer me if someone breaks down? Like, I don't know if you actually work with perhaps different, maybe dealerships, car dealerships, things like that. Okay, so it looks like I've hit the bottom of my questions here, and we are over an hour. We're going to add an hour and 15 minutes. So what I'm going to say now, I guess let's just go back and let's say our goodbyes. Hello, there you are. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And what I wanted to let you, a few things I want to let you know. Definitely, if you're interested in that masterclass bundle, definitely snag that because, like I said, next month the price is going to change on it. And it's going to go up in price, and it's going to be like a full offering that I make. And so you're basically getting a discount, what I'm calling a pre-sale discount. It's not fully made yet. So you're just waiting for me to finish it. And you're going to get content, you're going to get access to that content ongoing for the length of that bundle. For as long as I have that as an option that people can buy, you will have access to it. So that's number one. Number two is if you guys enjoyed this Power Hour, this is something that I would like to do on a monthly basis. So I think we could easily do something like this every month, right? So let's just put in our planners like a soft expectation that the last Saturday of every month, we will go ahead and together plan our businesses out. So we'll do the same Power Hour activity, get clear, and therefore you'll have like a pre-plan to go ahead and do your monthly planning, creating your content, because there's a lot that actually goes into my monthly review, we would say, how I plan my months out, because I do my content calendar and I break out my tasks and I make a complete task list. So for me, it's like hard to do that entire process in video because it's usually something that takes me like several hours and if not like several days to actually build everything out. So what we absolutely could do though is do this Power Hour and do some business coaching live. And I hope that would be valuable to you. So we'll just say every Saturday, last Saturday of the month, not every Saturday, last Saturday of the month, we will go live for these Power Hours. Most likely at 2, but I would love to do 11 a.m., but I had something else at 11 a.m. this weekend. So let me know in the comments if you guys have a preference for the time. Maybe we could switch the time up to make sure we can get people in at different times, but probably like 11 or 2. I could probably do later in the evening too, like maybe at like 5 or 7, I could do something like this as well. So let me know what would work for you guys. I would absolutely love to do this. Like I said in one of my last lives, I really want to be doing more live classes with you guys. So I have this set up, like I have the technology, got my multiple cameras and all that stuff. So I might as well use it, right? So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming today. If you haven't already, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and make sure you're following me on Instagram. Here's all the things. Follow me on Instagram at Miss Trenchcoat over here. And yeah, definitely check out that bundle while the price is low for sure. I mean, it's just going to go up next month. So I would love to have you guys in that. I think that this masterclass bundle was really created for people who are having a hard time figuring out how to manage their business and with their personal life and how to do some of the most essential things for your business, like your mindset work and also your content development, which for a lot of people is a big issue, but you guys know, like I love content. Like I love doing content. It's like what I live for. So I know all the different ways that you can be structuring it. And we're going to be going through different strategies for like creating like literally a year's worth of content ideas that you can draw from and how we can batch our content to actually make the process much easier, much quicker. It just takes me a few hours each week to produce all the content for my business and content that sells. That's also very important. It's not just content because you could post anything on Instagram or on your blog or on YouTube and call it content. We want to make sure it's selling, right? We want to make sure that we are getting visibility, that we're getting leads, the way that Edie has written blog posts that are #1 in her SEO. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making sure we're creating content that is visible for our niche, attracting our audience and selling to them. Okay. So thank you guys so much. And I'm so glad to see all you guys, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Bye, and send me messages if you need anything, okay? Love you guys. See you later.